you see that I'm Munesh Chadon, founder of CEO of ZNet Technologies, and which is part of Architect India. So I'm working basically as an entrepreneur from last almost 20 years at ZNet. And in ZNet, we have 4 brands: Racknap, ZNet Live, Y19, and DHN. So I'll give you a bit idea about these brands. Basically, I'm part of IMCP also. IMCP is the International Association for Microsoft Channel Partners. It's a community of Microsoft Channel partners across the globe that works on improving P2P collaboration, partner-to-partner collaboration. There, I'm basically a president of Delhi, India, and part of global Marcom committee. So this is a bit brief about our company. ZNet has been in business for about 10 years. We incorporated in 10 years, but before that I was working as an individual capacity. 25,000 customers across globe, and 4 business units like I mentioned. And last year our companies has been acquired by Architect India. Architect India is a Rashi Peripherals Private Limited. So their team size is 1,000 basically in the Architect group. Architect India is one of the top 5 IT hardware distributor in India, and almost 5,000 crore is the turnover of that company. And with the 25% brands, 25 plus brands, and 50 physical offices in India, and they are growing approximately 25% CAGR in last 15 years. So our brand in the ZNet, we have 4 brands like ZNet Live. We are the MSP, managed services provider, managed services cloud managed services provider. And in Racknap, basically we are cloud automation platform. So it's a intellectual property, and we are selling this property or this software to global customers. Almost 99% customers are outside India only. And we own the 2 media portals also, like Y19 as basically focusing on CIOs and CXOs, and DHN is basically focusing on service providers. So this is a little bit brief about myself and our company. So let's come on today's agenda. So today's agenda is basically team building, but actually I'm just breaking this agenda in 2 parts: self-improvement, basically self-development, and building a successful team. Because if you are not improving yourself first, then you cannot manage your team, or you cannot build a successful team. So that's important that you improve yourself. That how the successful people look like, right? So I am following some of the points here, and I'm trying to follow the other points also. But I have just collected the 10 points where the successful people actually do, right? So let's come on the points for the self-improvement. Basically, 10 habits of successful people, and then we will jump.
So we'll be taking questions after the session, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So let's discuss on the 10 successful habits, and then we will quickly jump on the team hiring and retaining them and building the high performance team. So what is the 10 habits of successful people? So in these habits, first habit is basically goals. All successful people always set their goals, what they want to do, and why this goal is important, and what resources you want to achieve that goals. So that is very, very important, because without goal, if you are working, then there is no use. You cannot go anywhere. So that is very, very important that you set your goals first, right? Because without setting the goals, there is no direction, and you cannot achieve your targets. Second thing is they take responsibility of their life. So successful people always take their 100% responsibility, that whatever is success or failure, I am fully responsible for that. They don't blame to others. Okay, this happened because of that reasons, and I am not responsible for that. Not responsible for that. So that is not in their dictionary. They always take the responsibility, and if there is any failure, then they accept the failure and then move on. So that is very, very important. Third thing, they have great self discipline. So in today's era, like in the COVID-19 situation, most of the companies are working from home, right? So self discipline is very, very important. How you are working from home, because no one is there to monitor most of your tasks. Whether you are doing the social media or you are playing the games, no one is there to watch you, right? So self discipline is very, very important, because if you are not self disciplined, then you cannot grow in your career. So this is very, very important. Whatever you are doing, self discipline is on top priority. Third point is they are obsessed with self development, right? You can't claim to be yourself as a successful if you have given up on yourself, right? So day by day, you have to work on yourself. You have to improve your skills. You have to improve your abilities, so that you can achieve your goals. You have to always open for new skills, not new skills basically, or new learnings. It doesn't mean that you are not satisfied in your life, but it's a human nature that everyone want to just do something, or everyone it's a human nature that everyone want to learn something new. Fifth point is they read a lot. So this is the favorite habit of the successful people, that they always read anything, like any any books or any success stories and all. And uh, and successful people's basically the favorite time pass is the reading of the people, reading the books, right? So if you are not habitual for reading the books, then you can use the audio books or video uh, books also, right? So this is very, very important for the successful people. Next thing, they manage their time well. So this is very, very important, because every successful person has the same 24 hours, right? So you have to manage your uh, years or months or weeks or days well ahead, so that you can complete your task. You can complete your task, and obviously you have to prioritize your task. Which task is important? Which task is priority number one? Which task on priority number two? They always spend their time on priority one first, and then priority second. So this is very, very important. Seventh point is they take risk. They take always calculative risk. So successful people always take some risk, because if you have not bought any tickets, then you cannot win the raffle. This the basically where this is the basically very, very important. So always you have to take some risk to achieve your goals, right? So you have to obviously take the calculative risk, but somehow you have to take risk to just go ahead, or if you want to be a successful. They keep going. So every person suffer with the setbacks. So that is very, 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 very important. If you are suffering from setbacks, then just uh, move on, because there is no person in the world who does not suffer with any setbacks, right? So successful people just learn from their mistakes or their failures, and then move on. So they keep going. What Whatever happens, then they just keep going, right? So ninth point is they find a way to win. So like I said in the last point, that every person suffer the setbacks, but always they find some way to win, because this is very, very important. Every person has their own problems, right? So we have to find some ways, and so that we can win in this battle. So this is very, very, very important. This is my pictures basically, and they took these pictures today only. They do what they love. So if you are doing the task which you do not love, then there is no point to do the work. So every person has some kind of favorite time pass basically. So or some few persons have some kind of hobbies. So always you have to focus on your hobbies also, so that you can spend your time more on doing some right things. For that, even you can take some holidays, but obviously you have to do the things which you love. So these are the 10 points I have completed for the successful people. For the successful people, which they basically do, right? So so now we can basically move on the building a successful team. How you can build your dream team, because if you hire the wrong people, then you cannot be a successful person, right? So first of all, we have to analyze, and we don't have to be in hurry, right? Always hire the people with proper process, with proper homework, so that you can hire the right people. Right. So this is very, very important. So for hiring the successful team, I have just mentioned. I've just collected a few points for you. So these are the points basically where we will discuss about the hiring a successful team. In this point, these are the plan and process, internal promotion or external hiring, company culture, potential performance, skills and will, soft and hard skills, background and reference, and welcome and orientation. So these are the points we will discuss now. So for hiring a successful people, basically we have to define uh, our points, basically our plans and process. So in these plans and process, basically we have to define the job information. So what is the job information is? These are the job title, pay grade, reporting person, shift timing, department name, location, job summary, job purpose, importance, job significance, job value, contribution, job challenge के अंदर आता है deadlines, punctuality, quality, and accuracy. So these are the very, very important point before hiring any people. So first of all, we have to do our own groundwork or our homework before hiring the new people, right? Because before doing the homework, if we are hiring people, then we may not hire the right people. And apart from that, we have to define the hierarchy level, whether this person is on the leadership role, or it's a executive or manager or departmental head, and what will be the right qualification for that person, their education, experience, qualification, skills, what skills they needed, like knowledge and expertise, and working condition. We have to define start and finish time, and what will be the working hours, whether they will be the day hours or night hours, night shifts, lunch and tea breaks, and travel hours, because these are very small points, but we have to clarify these points before hiring any persons and any new team. So and second point is internal promotion or external hiring. So this is very important point, that we have to define whether the person we are hiring we can pick from our existing team, or we have to hire the external people, because we have to always give chance to our internal people first, so that they feel motivated, uh, and it will give good message to our to the existing employee, that company is basically giving the chance to us first, and rather than hiring the external people, because if we are hiring the external people, sometimes it basically give bad impact on the company also, right? So we have to be very careful when hiring the people, and if we find that we are not finding any right person in the internal team, then obviously we have to hire. But first of all, we have to give the chance to our internal people, and it will actually help to increase the loyalty also among the team. Next point is company culture. That is very important, because leadership team always define the company culture. What is the culture of the company? Either people focus, or task focus, or other focus is there, and what are the policies and values, vision, mission. So we have to define the company culture, and then if we are hiring the person, then this is very important, because if you are hiring the person which may not fit in your company culture, so so we have to be very careful, because sometimes the wrong person come in the company, and then it will actually create a very bad impact to other team members. So other point is potential performance skills and wills. So this is this point, if we can define what is the potential and performance. So we can take an example of let's say example security guard, right? So his or her performance is good, but obviously there is very less potential that he will become a CEO of the company or a CEO of the company, right? So potential and performance both are completely different, right? And with the skills and will, so few people's have skills, but will is not there, right? And few people's have some will, but skill is not there. So let's take example. Uh, uh, One person is there who is very good in software development, but that person may not be a good in the team leadership skills in the leadership. So that person cannot be a leader, but that person can be a very good team player, or that person very good software developer, right? So we have to identify, we have to map the skills and will, and some persons are there in the company that skills is there, right? Skills is there, but will is completely not there, right? So we have to just map these points, the potential, performance, skills, and will, and accordingly we have to give the task to that person. And we have to just define the soft and hard skills also. What is which is needed for our company. So what is hard skills and soft skills are basically soft skills like the communication, flexibility, leadership, teamwork, time management. So these are the soft skills. And what the hard skills are? Hard skills are proficiency in foreign language, like the person knows the Japanese language or Korean language, a degree or certificate, typing speed, and machine operations and computer programming. So these are hard skills. So we have to define which skills we needed for our company, for our team member. And background and reference, that is very important, because when we are hiring a people, we have to check the background of that person, whether that person is good, or whether that person background is good or not. So we can check the rehire status also. So what is rehire status? When you are calling to their previous employer, and you can ask that employer whether you will be interested to hire that person again. If that previous employer said, okay, that person was very good, I want to, if that person is free, I can hire immediately. So that is rehire status is good. If the previous employer said that, okay, if that person join in my company with no pay also, then still I will not hire that person. So it means the rehire status is no, it's bad. So we have to check the rehire status, and with the references also in the past company, or and some people actually having the career gap also, right? So let's say 2 years, 3 years career gaps are there. So some people have some genuine reason, but some people always make some story, okay, why that career gap was there. And one important point we have to check that the switching of the jobs, right? If person has switched the job very frequently in the past companies, then that is not a good candidate. Even we don't hire that person at all. And if the person is served that company more than let's say 5 years or 10 years, so the person may be good, but we have to check whether that person has taken any promotions and increment in that person. If the person is there, but a person is there on the same pay from last, let's say 5 years, or the same grade of the last 5 years, it means that person is there, but there is no skills enhancement was there with that person. So these kind of metrics we have to check when we are hiring the people. Welcome and orientation. Let's say we have hired the people, then let's welcome them, because that is very important. We have to welcome that person with perfect way, with some good way, and we have to tell the company story, the company history, who is the leader in the company, what is the culture, proper documentation, compliances, policies, right? So so these are very important point when we hired the person, and we are just doing the welcome, because this is your company brand. So you have to sell your company brand before hiring the people or after the hiring the people, right? So that these things we have to take care. And apart from that, I want to add few more things here, that before hiring the people, basically you have to improve yourself. So or you have to after hiring the people, you have to give sufficient trainings to that person, and you have to give sufficient respect and love to that person, so that they will not leave your company easily. And so now, since you have hired the people, now let's discuss on the retaining the people. So how to retain these people? So for retaining these people, basically there are actually two big problem with any company. So first is competition, and second is attrition. So every company has to deal with these points. So for retaining the people, we can apply some points or some things, so that we can retain them. Like simple things we can do, like pick and drop of that person. Obviously, tea, coffee, fruits. We have to provide these persons or our employee. Timely salary, timely appraisal, medical insurance if possible. And I think the government has also suggested that we have to do the medical insurance. Flexi schedule we can give, like these days we can offer like work from home, or for some blue collar people we can provide some small kind of perks, like ration bag we can provide to these people. uh, and also we can actually sponsor their trainings also, with some commitment. Okay, you have to be with us, let's say for 2 years or 3 years, then we will sponsor your trainings. So these kind of things we can give. Also, if the company situation is good, then we can provide some interest free loans also, and additional week off we can provide. So these are few things where you can actually retain the people, right? So, and apart from that, for building the high performance team also, we can apply a few points, like then first of all, basically what the every employee want is basically uh, the career path in the company. So we have to define the career path in our company. Okay, if you will do these kind of trainings, or if you achieve these kind of milestones, then basically you will be on that position. If we can define clear milestones and the career path of that of that person, then I think we can basically retain that people very much. And in these days, obviously, people are actually joining the small companies also, because in the small companies they actually give their best, and their promotion, the chances of promotion of or the career path will grow very fast. So that's why people are actually joining the new companies or the startups very well, right? And one thing also, that we have to apply the glass door communication in our company. What the glass door is, the transparency. Like every person can talk to their managers or senior leadership team without any hesitation. So if they feel that, okay, I can talk to my manager, or I can talk to my CEO anytime, then they will feel, okay, this is my company, and the chances of retaining will be increased. And always, like I said, we have to encourage the internal promotion rather than hiring the external people. Or and with the Also, we have to apply the openness, diversity and inclusion, and we have to encourage that actually. So in Microsoft, like people, they are basically focusing very much on diversity and inclusion, on as a primary core area. And in many of the decisions, basically we have to involve our people as much as possible, so that they will feel that, okay, they will feel that, okay, I'm doing something good for my company, and the leadership team is actually involving me in their decisions. So they will basically attach with the company very much. So, and obviously training is the important part. We have to provide the trainings, time to time trainings to our people, so that they will basically enhance their knowledge. So I think I have finished my presentation before time. So we are open for questions basically, so that I can give some answers.
Thank you, sir. Uh, anyone for questions? You can either ask directly or message.
So actually, one thing I can mention, actually I am not mentioning here. So I am mentioning my email ID. So if you have any questions where you want to discuss after this call also, you can just mail me and I will happy to answer any questions. So I'm just typing my question on the chat box. Is that okay, Baba?
हेलो आई एम रुचि सर मैं आपसे वापस से समझना चाहती हूँ आपने बताया था स्विचिंग ऑफ द जॉब का
हाँ जी
वो थोड़ा सा वापस से क्लियर कर दें
हाँ तो स्विचिंग ऑफ द जॉब का ये है कि जैसे आपने कोई पर्सन शॉर्टलिस्ट किया है, ठीक है, और उसने पास्ट कंपनीज के अंदर बहुत जल्दी जल्दी स्विच किए हैं जॉब्स, ठीक है, जैसे 1 साल के अंदर या 2 साल के अंदर 3 जॉब स्विच कर लिए, तो इसका मतलब वो बहुत जल्दी स्विच कर रहा है और वो एक लॉन्ग टर्म एम्प्लॉय नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है।
हाँ ठीक है,
ठीक है, तो हमको जब भी हायर कर रहे हैं तो हमको ये चीज़ों को बड़ा ध्यान रखना है कि ऐसे पर्सन को नहीं हायर करना है। ऑब्वियसली आपके यहाँ पे आएगा, फिर वो दूसरे साथ साथ में दूसरे जॉब का इंटरव्यू देता रहेगा, तो वो कभी आपका एक लॉन्ग टर्म टीम मेंबर नहीं बन सकता।
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
Hi sir, I am Parul Khaitan. I missed your initial briefing about the quality of successful person. So do you have a slide or something that you can share right now?
So I will share this slide. I will share this slide so that you can go through.
And so if you want, we can share the presentation also across later.
Yes. Yes, we will share this presentation. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
So, Babal, can you share my email ID on the chat box? I cannot see the chat box actually.
Yeah, I will do that. So what we'll do, sir, we'll share the presentation.
Okay, I'll put the email
ID in that only.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we'll just take 2 or 3 questions. Anybody for questions?
Munish, hi, this is Arun.
Hi, Arun.
Hi, thanks for the nice presentation. Always appreciate that. So, I mean, participants are, I think, thinking about the questions and all. I had just one simple thing in my mind. I mean, you had efficiently covered the entire spectrum of how you hire employees and everyone, how to manage your team, retaining them, and everything around that. You are a startup founder, and all the participants are there who are all startup founders who are doing some business, starting off, and trying to achieve something. While we are talking about building a team, can you talk about something about building a co-founder team as well? You are a founder, you cannot do all the things together. You need helping hands as also decision makers along with you. Probably I missed that part while you were talking, but probably if you can elaborate on that point as well, how to find your co-founders as well, who can support you technically, who can support you for marketing, who can handhold you for everything you think for. If you can just elaborate on that part as well.
Yeah, Arun, first of all, thank you so much. आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा, basically I missed this point somehow, and मैं आपको अपनी स्टोरी बताता हूँ कि मैंने अपना को-फाउंडर कैसे ढूंढा है, ठीक है। तो बेसिकली ये स्टार्टअप्स का बड़ा प्रॉब्लम रहता है कि हाउ टू फाइंड द को-फाउंडर, बिकॉज यदि हम लोग किसी बड़ी कंपनी से लेके आते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली वी कैन नॉट पे दैट अमाउंट, राइट। और ऑब्वियसली यदि आप को-फाउंडर ढूंढ भी रहे हो तो ऑब्वियसली आप भी यही सोचोगे स्टार्टअप्स के अंदर कि यार कोई एक्सपीरियंस वाला पर्सन आए तो मेरी हेल्प कर पाए, राइट? तो मतलब 1 और 1 11 हो जाते हैं। तो इसके लिए बेसिकली मेरा एक्सपीरियंस जो रहा है, इसको 2-3 तरीके से हम लोग हायर कर सकते हैं। First of all, obviously partner. If you find some good partner, obviously you can straightforward partner with that person with the 50-50 things. दूसरा आप क्या कर सकते हो कि कोई ऐसा फाउंडर और जो आपको ऐसा लगता है कि ठीक है, लेट्स एग्जांपल कि आपका कोई स्टार्टअप प्रोडक्ट है और जिसका एक पर्टिकुलर मार्केट है, ठीक है? तो उस मार्केट, लेट्स एग्जांपल हम हेल्थ केयर इंडस्ट्री की बात करते हैं। तो हेल्थ केयर का मान लो हमने कोई सॉफ्टवेयर बनाया, तो हमको ऑब्वियसली, और वी आर नॉट फ्रॉम हेल्थ केयर इंडस्ट्री, तो हेल्थ केयर के अंदर से जो भी कुछ ऐसे पर्सन्स होते हैं इंडस्ट्री के अंदर, यदि आप लिंक्डइन पर जाओगे तो आपको बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे मिल जाएंगे जो 10-10 साल 15-15 साल से एक जॉब कर रहे हैं वो किसी बड़ी कंपनी में, और वो भी कोई स्टार्टअप ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं एज ए को फाउंडर, राइट? तो ऐसे लोगों को हमको ढूंढना पड़ेगा ऑब्वियसली इंडस्ट्री नेटवर्किंग से कि कौन सा पर्सन है जो हेल्थ केयर इंडस्ट्री का है और मेरे बिजनेस के लिए रिलेवेंट है। फिर उससे अपन बात स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, भैया मेरा ये प्रोडक्ट है और मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप मेरे साथ में आएँ और हम लोग साथ में काम करें, ठीक है? तो उसमें ट्रांजेक्शनल यदि पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बात करूँ तो वो ऐसे लोग काफ़ी इंटरेस्टेड होते हैं जो स्टार्टअप ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं। लेकिन ट्रांजेक्शनल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं कि कुछ उनको हम अपना छोटा सा स्टेक दे सकते हैं कंपनी में, जितना भी म्यूचुअल डिस्कशन के बाद में फिक्स होता है, और इसके बाद में हम लोग कुछ अपना रिटेन जो कंपनसेशन है वो हम लोग दे सकते हैं, राइट? और कई ऐसे कंपनी होती हैं, कई ऐसे पर्सन्स हैं जो आउटसाइड इंडिया काम कर रहे होते हैं लोग, ठीक है? उनको इंडिया में आना होता है, ठीक है? तो ऑब्वियसली उनके पास ग्लोबल एक्सपोजर होता है और इंडिया में उनको आना है बिकॉज ऑफ पर्सनल रीजंस, फैमिली रीजंस। तो वो ऐसे लोग काफ़ी हैं दुनिया में जो स्टार्टअप के साथ में जुड़ के और इंडिया में माइग्रेट कर जाते हैं, जिससे क्या होगा कि आपकी अपनी कंपनी को ग्लोबल एक्सपोजर मिल जाता है। Arun, I hope I have answered the question.
Super. Thanks, Manish, for covering that. Anybody else has got any questions?
एक पॉइंट और अरुण मैं ऐड करना चाहता हूँ उसमें टीम बिल्डिंग में कि अभी क्योंकि अभी कोविड-19 की सिचुएशन के बाद में ज़्यादातर लोग बाहर से काम कर रहे हैं, मतलब वर्क फ्रॉम होम ही काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? तो वी शुड नॉट लिमिट आवरसेल्फ टू हायरिंग द पीपल ऑन वन लोकेशन। ऑब्वियसली नाउ इट्स अ ट्रेंड बेसिकली। If you are hiring, if you can hire the people in Bombay, Bangalore, anywhere in the world, in fact, not in India, ठीक है? So with strong controls and strong softwares, basically we should not limit ourselves to hire the people in the same location. So world is actually yours these days.
Right, true, absolutely true.
Sir, I wanted to ask a question. I wanted to understand that how do we actually, decide for the salary structure or remuneration part of the team members that we are actually adding to our organization? Is there a standard that we follow, or there are some, so what things to be kept in mind for that?
So basically, if you are hiring the team members, तो ऐसा कोई set rule नहीं है, frankly. डिपेंड करता है पर्सन की क्वालिफिकेशन पे और एक्सपीरियंस पे और सब पे ही डिपेंड करता है। एंड बेसिकली वी हैव टू सी द इंडस्ट्री ट्रेंड। सो सम रिपोर्ट्स आर देयर ऑन द इंटरनेट। इन फैक्ट आई आल्सो कैन हेल्प फॉर सम रिपोर्ट्स दैट व्हाट इज द ट्रेंड राइट नाउ। That let's say example you are actually hiring one marketing executive. So what is the trend, right? And it's depend on your budget also. Let's say you are hiring people with worth of 25,000 rupees, right? So that you will find the person for 25,000 also. And if you have budget, let's say 60,000 or 70,000 rupees, then you will find the person, and the capability also will be there as per the pay. And as a startups, I will also recommend that we should hire the interns as much as possible, so that you can save your cost, and you can train your interns, and then you obviously if that person want to retain, then it's very good. Or you can take some commitment from that person if you are training that person.
All right, thank you.
सर आप हेलो
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
हाँ, आपने बोला था कि एक ही लोकेशन से हायर नहीं करने चाहिए, अलग अलग लोकेशन से करने चाहिए। तो उसका क्या क्राइटेरिया रहना चाहिए, मतलब कैसे उसको जज करना चाहिए अदर लोकेशन पे करने का?
देखो, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि आपको करना चाहिए, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि आपके पास अभी ओपन ऑप्शंस हैं, ठीक है? तो इसका एक बेनिफिट भी हो सकता है। लेट्स टेक एग्जांपल कि आपको कोई सॉफ्टवेयर है जो जिसका आपको लगता है कि मेरा पैन इंडिया प्रेजेंस हो सकती है सॉफ्टवेयर की, ठीक है? तो रेदर देन हायरिंग ए सेल्स पीपल और मार्केटिंग पर्सन इन जयपुर, यू कैन हायर द पर्सन इन बेंगलुरु, बॉम्बे, हैदराबाद। जिससे क्या है कि आपको यदि कोई फिजिकल मीटिंग की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है किसी कस्टमर्स के साथ में, तो that person easily travel to that client, and it will be easy for you and that person also. और ऑब्वियसली जैसे कई बहुत सारे स्किल्स ऐसे होते हैं जो आपको हो सकता है जयपुर में इतना अच्छा रिसोर्स नहीं मिले और बेंगलोर में आपको अच्छा मिल जाए या बॉम्बे में अच्छा मिल जाए, then you can hire that person in that region.
तो फिर वो उसको हायर किया तो एम्प्लॉय को कैसे ट्रीट करना चाहिए उस समय, मतलब क्योंकि वो बाहर है और उसको मैं किस तरह से करूं?
राइट, तो उसके लिए ना आपको अपने जो प्रोसेस है, इंटरनल प्रोसेस, उसको स्ट्रॉन्ग करना पड़ेगा। प्लस आपके जो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स और जो गोल्स हैं, कि जब भी उस पर्सन को हायर करें उसको बता दें भैया तेरे से एक्सपेक्टेशन ये है, ठीक है? और आप उससे रेगुलर इंटरेक्शन बना के रखें। रेगुलर इन द सेंस कि जैसे यदि कोई सेल्स पर्सन है तो उसे डेली रिपोर्ट लें कि क्या किया, कितने लोगों से बात की, कितने लोगों के पास आपने मीटिंग करी, ठीक है? वीकली उनके साथ कॉल कर सकते हैं, मंथली कॉल कर सकते हैं। तो मतलब डेली, वीकली और मंथली फ्रिक्वेंटली यदि आप उससे स्टेटस अपडेट लेते रहेंगे तो आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी। तो इसमें प्रोसेस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि आपका अपना इंटरनल प्रोसेस बहुत स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए इफ यू आर हायरिंग द पीपल ऑन रिमोट।
थैंक यू।